What's up, YouTube? I am starting to do some coverage here on my new income-focused portfolio. I've started investing in several of these newer YIELDMAX funds. It's been about just a month now, maybe 5 weeks or so. I figure I might start doing this with a portfolio update to keep track of everything for people that might have questions. But also keep track for myself how things are going. They get a lot of love and hate, it seems like, when you start looking into them, since they are newer and kind of, outside of normal. You can see I'm on their homepage here, YIELDMAX ETFs. Got some newer funds here that don't have a distribution rate. It's just cycling through here. That's a new one. Here's a new one. Hasn't reached its first monthly payment yet, so it's not showing any info, but that's for featured funds. It'll cycle based on momentum, I believe. But like this is one that tracks Tesla, and they trade, basically, the short answer is covered call options, and then give some large distributions. Sometimes it's return of capital, but there's a full list here. Here's just got one for Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Coney, which follows Coinbase and stock, so crypto related, Disney, Netflix, Microsoft, ExxonMobil, JP Morgan, a whole bunch of stuff. But you can see quite a varying rate here. If you click on our ETFs, it'll give you the whole entire list here. And you can see, if we look at this column right here, Tesla one, based on the last distribution, that would come out to, if it maintained the same level, come out to 117% yield on the year. Then we got Coney's a real big one, 100%. This one's pretty new for AI, I believe. Misty, which follows MSTR, which is also controversial, but they've been buying up a lot of Bitcoin, but you can see has quite the number here it's putting out. So I made a little spreadsheet. Any questions you may have, feel free to ask. You may want to see something, just let me know. I might be able to do it. So I built a basic spreadsheet here. So what I'm doing, a lot of the portfolio, or as I say, brokers, do not kind of track the way I would like to see some of this. And when some of these are weekly, it tends to throw off some of the investment income pages they have and trackers, and sometimes stuff's real delayed and whatnot. So I figured it won't take me very long. Whenever I get a distribution, I will put it in here in my list. So I've got one for each fund. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different ones. 4 are from YIELDMAX. And again, this is income portfolio. The goal is to replace my job, basically. Grow my portfolio a little faster, so I don't have to wait till I'm 60 years old. But as you can see, these weekly payers are pretty nice. So I'm going to be modifying this based on any dividend reinvestment. I don't have anything set to automatic except for SPYI and QQQI. They pay about, still newer funds in the last year, I think, about 12%, but they should maintain a much more even platform or trend in the NAV. And let's see, I'll pull up TradingView real quick. So I do feel a little more confident in these, even though they're newer, long term, to be able to maintain kind of a flat roll here and just not disappear one day. We're looking at the low 48, 46, up to 56, so I don't know, 10%-ish, something like that. Whereas you can see something like Coinbase, which I have the Coney version, which trades options on Coinbase. And it looks like from beginning of the year, you can see we went from 120 to 280. So this does help the distribution payments for the YIELDMAX funds, some volatility. But if it spikes too fast, you cannot capture all of the gains because they're using covered calls. So once it breaks through, they have to buy some new ones. They can't just ride it up. So it will affect it a little bit, but this does increase the IV that will help the payouts as well. So let me go back to the YIELDMAX version of this, and you can see inception was last August and had a run up. So it's opened around 20, run up to 30, so that's quite the gain. Back to 20, back to 30, and then gradually coming down, working its way down. December wasn't too kind to it as well. But a lot of the concern with these higher payer funds is your NAV, net asset value, will slowly decrease until it gets very low. And then you'll have to do a reverse split, which people get concerned about. But generally, there are income-producing funds in the past that have been around a long time. They don't pay out as much, but they also gradually decline like that. And some have had reverse splits as well. This is just newer, higher-paying, different strategies. Let's see. So I'm going to run through. You can see my weekly payouts, and then if I buy extra shares, it'll show it on here. So first week, we're at 50. Second week, 39, 20, 162, 285. This one, YMAG, which is Magnificent 7, $30 to $26. Really not a whole lot of shares there. And Misty, this is the big one. $3 distribution. I've got total payout for 1 month, 308. Invested was 3,500. Average distribution, average yield. And again, these will change as I update every week and enter in any distributions I received. So here I've got my portfolio, got my share count that I manually update, and cost per share. The pricing here is live. We got my cost basis of what I paid to buy in. December, again, was not the greatest, but my SPYI and QQQI maintained pretty well from my entry point. I just bought some FEPI. It's supposed to pay around 20-something. I'm not real sure yet, so I don't have any numbers on it. But I got my average yield. These will be, I am averaging from my date of first purchase, not from inception or anything like that. This is going to be house money, so like 125% yield. You're going to get your money back pretty quick. So in 1 month, I got 8%, almost 9% of it back. And if things maintain the same, these are my estimated payouts for the year. I've got it grouped together. This count currently would be, I am estimating or average about 47 yield return on capital or return on investment. So 54 invested, 25K in payment back to me for the year. You know, that's well above minimum wage. The capital return here, some people when buying income funds say this doesn't matter one bit. I'm going to keep track of it. Obviously, it's not great seeing 20%, but these are just to keep track. This is most important, my payments received. So in 1 month, so 5 weeks I think it was here for YMAG and YMAX. So we got 557, 134, and 308, those big ones. I've also bought more funds, so my payment is coming through the next day, and I'll update this again. And then as time goes on each week, my average yields will become more accurate, and so will my estimated payouts. But we're looking at, over $1,000 on my first month, and I kind of bought in slow, really about 15 grand on the first go around. So as time goes on, this will be more accurate. So let me know if you liked it, have any questions, concerns, feedback, and I'll catch you on the next one.